This product is going to interest a number of you if you're into photography, videography, creating videos, you're a YouTuber or a studio photographer where you want a simple and easy to use portable light. This is the Neewer NL 192A1. And if you're interested in this, I am going to put some links in the video description down there below. So in the box, it's quite simple what comes in the box. There's some instructions, nice and easy to read, and there is a power pack because this has got its own battery built in. So as I say, it's a video light and it's got a lovely LCD display on this that shows you all the settings that are in. It's about a 9-inch size and it's got a 4100 milliamp battery in here. From fully being charged up, it should last approximately about an hour and a half. I'm playing around with some studio backgrounds at the moment, so excuse all the mess on this. And there's a 10 watt maximum power on this one. It comes with a cold shoe mount, so you can mount this. I'm going to show you it all mounted and in situation shortly, onto a tripod or actually onto your camera, onto the cold shoe mount. On the side of the light, and then you can see quite here, you've got an input where you would charge this up. It's quite straightforward. Then there's a power button. If you hold the power button on, I'm not too sure if this is going to show at the back, but there is a LCD. I'll try and come a little bit closer in a moment. And as you can see, all being well, the unit is now on, and you've got the CCT and the brightness control. So the CCT is, the best way to describe this really is the colour of the light. So you can go from a yellowy cool light, you can work your way up to a warm white, and then into what some would call a cold light. So if I sort of turn this around on me, all being well, you can just hold on to this, you'll be able to see some of the effects. As I say, I am going to put this onto a mount shortly and actually show you how this would actually be used, and I'll give you some tips to get rid of reflection in your glasses as well by using this. So you can see here, and then also on the back you then got the brightness. If we went for right like this, so you can go for full brightness. There's 116 premium LEDs in here apparently, and it's giving you 3200K to 5600K lighting with the bicolours and everything. And you see you can get the colour rendering just to what you want. It goes from 0, you can just have it very, very gentle, up to 100% brightness. So the light itself, as I say, it's super lightweight and it's got this dimmable look on it. So I have got another light on here, this one I'm doing the demo. And if I come round here, I'll just try and see whether the camera will pick up. It's going to pick up the back of here. So you have got the LCD display here, which also is showing you your different settings. So if you were wanting continuity, you would maybe make a note of the colour, and then you see the brightness and the brightness, so you've got your continuity if you needed to do this. So that's all straightforward. There they go. Ooh, very, very scary. So I'll just come back round. So as I say, it has got the cold shoe mount on it, so you can literally, if you wanted to, I could have this now just on a little tripod on the table where I am now. In fact, let me just pull this out here, just so I can pull out a tripod just to show you sort of thing I'm on about. But there you go. So that could be now. I'll do it. I wasn't going to do this, but yeah, you could literally put it onto a tripod like that if you wanted to. Click, 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 click. It's not a very good tripod. There you go. I wasn't going to do that. And give you your lighting as you wanted. Go into here, because it's so easy and portable, and as I say, you can alter that lighting so you get a nice warm light rather than the cold light. But the reason why I wanted to bring this to your attention and show you this is I'm going to now sort of show you how I would do let's say a TikTok video. So I'm going to go and get my camera and I'm going to rig this as if I'm going to do a TikTok video. So come and keep watching, because I'm going to also, all being well, give you at home some tips on how this works. So say it's the Neewer NL 192A1 video light with the LCD display. Let me go and get my camera and get another little tripod set up, and I want to show you this all working and how you can use it. Okay, so I'm just mounting this on a mount. This mount goes super high, and I'm going to show you it in situation. But I mentioned about being able to attach this onto a hot shoe of a camera, so this is light enough to mount onto a camera. And then, as I say, you can, there's a thumb screw on here, so you can move it up and down and about. And then, as I say, with your controls on the side, you've got your brightnesses, and then you've got your colours. So I don't try not to use too white a light, maybe something a bit warm, and then you can alter the brightness as such. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to try and walk you through how I set this up in a studio. So excuse all the clutter in the background. This is literally, you're going to see behind the scenes of me making, or how I would make a TikTok video on my camera phone. Okay, so if I'm going to do a TikTok now, I would have myself a lot closer into that background to get rid of all the rest of it. So I have got my phone. This system I've got, I do have a remote control, so I can have a remote control in my pocket to start the video and to end the video. But this is the Neewer NL 192A1 light. I hope you're noticing something, and again, I promise I'll give you some tips. So a lot of people, when they do videos, do this. They put the camera there, and especially if you've got a ring light, and they put the light there right in front of you. That gives you a very cold face, and if you're wearing glasses, you get reflection. So top tip, take your light up, and you can go quite high up, and lean it down so it's not completely facing you, as you would, as you see so many people doing. And you'll see sometimes people with glasses, they've got all the reflections in the glasses, and if they've got the ring lights, they've got round things, you look like an alien. But basically what would happen now, I would get myself into position, I'd get my lights, and as I say, the great thing with this one here is how easy and portable it is. And on the side, I can just adjust the coldness or the whiteness of the light as I needed. So you'd be surprised, you don't need these that bright if you're doing quite close up. Let's put the warmth to about there, I think, and the brightness here. I'll just get my tripod all ready. Oh, there we go. And then you would compose yourself, ready to start your TikTok or your live stream. So if you're live streaming even on YouTube, this is the sort of setup where you would have. And if you, as I say, your big top tip is if the light is coming down, it stops the reflection on the glasses. So in the scenario now that I'd imagine, we would be here now, we would start the video, talking to the camera, hey blah blah, and you would just be giving it some. Obviously this camera would be recording this background, not where you are now, and it's so simple to use, and best of all, because it's got that built-in battery, you're not trailing any wires behind, there's no wires to connect. So about 1.5 hour battery life on that, which is absolutely amazing. That little LCD panel on the back, you can make a note of the settings, so you can come back to the exact light settings that you wanted. And that 9-inch panel is absolutely ideal if you're a vlogger, you're a YouTuber, you're a TikToker, and you want to get some really professional shots and quality light. And as I say, that's just straightforward on here. If I was shooting on the on my phone, so I'll bring the light with me, can't I? I'll bring the light with me. Hang on a minute, I'll bring the light with me. Okay, right. So just to prove I'm not cheating, then you can see there's the light. See the reflection on my glasses. So if I had that now as a traditional vlogger, look how horrible that is, how coarse, and all the reflection on the glasses. Can you see how so many people do? Tilt that down. Don't be afraid of tilting it down, and don't be afraid of putting the light up. Okay, so you can see, not cheating. I would do this obviously in a lot more better composition if I was able to. I'm just doing this up here now. But that's the light onto me, and all being well, you can see the quality, and I'm also helping you to understand how to get rid of reflections on your glasses. And if I can just touch the side on the light here, just reach over, there we go, you can see, you can adjust that brightness exactly as you want to. And as I say, you can go from a super warm, bit too yellow, isn't it, to whatever the brightness is that you want. Let me just turn that brightness down a little bit, something like that. How's that look? And as I say, just to prove again that I'm not cheating, there it is, and then up she goes, and you will be able to get the light as you want it. So I hope that's been some use to you, and you've also picked up some photographic little tips there as well. As I said, it's got that 4100 milliamp battery on that one, so you can take this out on a job into the field, so to speak, if you're going onto a location with approximately a 1.5 hour battery life on it. And as I say, it's got that 10 watts of maximum power. You've got the 180 tilt on the head that you just saw there. So again, you can, even if you've got a white ceiling, you can tilt it so the light goes up onto the ceiling and reflects down. So if you're on a cloudy day and you don't want a studio light because you're filming in daylight, but you want some additional light, don't be afraid of reflecting the light on a white wall. And as I say, I'm filming this now, it's actually dark outside, so yeah, I'm just hoping you can give you a bit of a demonstration on how it all looks. Wonderful. Hope you found that of some use. If you have done, it'd be brilliant if you want to smash the like button. And I say there are some links down there in the video description below if you wanted to get more information from the Neewer video light, but they do loads of other products as well. So if you're into your YouTubing, or you're into your studio photography, or you're in your studio area or your home area and you're looking for studio lighting and other equipment, do check the company out. They have got some amazing products to discover. Thanks for watching. Thank you.